All right, and we are on. Welcome everyone for our Wisdom Wednesday. I'm very happy to be here with you today. And for those of you that don't know me or what we're going to do here, I'm Patricia Misakian. I'm the founder of the Akashic Records Institute. And we are rolling a new way of being here in the Akashic Records Institute. So we're going to be providing you value and support throughout the week. And what we are doing is every Monday, we get together with you, either live or the replay, and we open the energies for the week. So if you missed it, the video is down on my channel. So this week we are working with the energy of the Taurus. And then on Wednesday is when we get together and we expand that. We talk about it. It's an informal live we're going to talk about Taurus, Akashic Records, and manifestation today. And then for those of you that want to take even further, tomorrow we have a Akashic Clearing where we're going to work with what we are looking at today, forgiveness, Taurus, manifesting. So very excited to be here with you 3 times a week or even more. That is going to be a lot of fun things coming up. And today we're going to talk about Taurus, manifesting, and the Akashic Records. Now, first of all, I'm using a few devices to do this broadcast. We're broadcasting for YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And the lives are going to be available here. However, Instagram, they delete within 24 hours, I believe so. But if you miss it, just come on over to the YouTube and everything is going to be there. And so we're going to start with, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Patricia Misakian. I'm the founder of the Akashic Records Institute. And here in the Institute, we teach you about intuition, Akashic Records manifestation. And also we have many certifications in Akashic Records and healing. So happy to support you in any way that I can, wherever you are in your time, in your life today. And the purpose of this live today is to expand the information that we brought in on Monday about the Taurus. We're going to talk about how the Taurus work, how most people manifest, and what you can start tweaking if you're not manifesting what you desire in your life. So this is my representation of the energy of the Taurus. Is a crystal grid that I created representing the Taurus, and it's in my soon-to-be launched book. And so the Taurus is foundational in sacred geometry, is a foundation part of nature. So everything moves into this form, and you can imagine, if you bring the Taurus to its 3-dimensional shape, it's going to look like a donut, right? So it's like, the energy goes into the vacuum and then come out, and it's always expanding and growing and creating, right? Our auras, if you look at our auras, it has the shape of a Taurus, right? Sometimes a little long, sometimes a little. So, the energy folds itself and then recycles. So, and that's, the Taurus is we are emanating, our energy and our vibration. And that's why we're going to talk about the way that you think and the way that you're feeling, how you're always sending out those signals, those information to the universe and to people around you, even when you're not even opening your mouth. So basically the Taurus consists of these axis, right? And it's a vortex at both ends and surrounded in this field. The energy flows into the vortex, right? In the case I'm showing like that, if you look into your aura, and if you look at a tree, if you look at the planets, everything has this toroidal form, like this toroidal shape. And so basically it wraps around itself and return, in creating this vortex. So why it's so important to connect with the Taurus in the way that we're going to talk about today, and a few things about the relationship between the Taurus, the Akashic Records, and you and what you want to manifest. So as we go on, feel free to leave questions, leave your comments, and I will, at the end, I'm going to look through the comments. It's just, if I start going through comments, I will just, squirrel, I'm going to lose my train of thought. So I just ask that, if you leave a question, that you just be a little patient, because at the end, I can go through all the questions. So our thinking, as you may know and heard that many, many times, our thinking is very, very powerful. And you can attract and create either the reality that you want or the reality that you don't want with the power of your thoughts, right? But you can, if you know how to, you can align your thoughts to create your reality. And you may have heard that in the law of attraction, like think and make it happen, right? Your thoughts create your reality. And then you may ask me, okay, if my thoughts create my reality, and I've been thinking about the same thing last week, how come I attracted exactly opposite than what I'm trying to attract? Because I've been saying the positive thinking, the saying, and thinking, and I have not manifested yet. So there is one very, very, very important point that we're going to explore here. When you're thinking, even though your thoughts are powerful, you are activating only the energy of your brain, right? Your mind, your thinking. And what happened is, when you are creating with your mind, sometimes you're going to create, sometimes you're going to uncreate. Why? Because your mind creates with polarity. So at the same, so imagine like, that's your mind, right? So here is what you want, and here's the opposite. That's what you want. So depending of your vibration, depending of how, the frequency that you're emanating, you're going to, and the thoughts, and the triggers in your body connected to your memories, and that's where the Akashic record is going to come in a second. So depending of what you're giving attention to, even though you're talking what you want, right? You're also holding the same energy for the fear of, what if that doesn't happen? What if I don't get that goal that I gave myself 1 week to make it happen, whatever it is that you did, right? So it's very important to understand that the mind creates through polarity. So you can create, but sometimes you can uncreate, because if you give your attention to those thoughts of fear of, fear of what other people say, of being judged, or whatever it is that's happening for you, you're going to uncreate. And that's why when you're creating with the mind, sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. What I hear from most people is that most of the time it doesn't work. So it's like your brain, right? When you look at, most people try to manifest with their brain because they try to think their way to make something happen. However, most people have not explored the power of their heart. Your heart also has memory. Your heart also is very, very powerful. And the reason that I like to work with the heart is because the heart, you activate manifestation through a different perspective. The mind, right, creates a bunch of thoughts. The heart creates like through feelings, through emotions, and through visions. So it's a different way to create, where there is no polarity. So it opens up this whole new level of energy. And when you are clear of how you are being, or who are you being, and you're no longer allowing your memories to dictate who you are or what is possible for you, when you free yourself from those energies, you are clear to create from your heart. And as you activate the Torus in your heart, you just vibrate and emanate that energy that will attract to your reality that you desire. So if you follow these 3 steps, everyone can do it. And now there is other things that of course come into play. but it's simple. It's not complicated, but it's an exercise of practicing, what thoughts you allow in your life, right? And how much attachment are you having to that you desire. So where, now let's talk about where the Akashic Records comes in, right? So for those of you that don't know, the Akashic Records are a collection of all your memories, experiences, and contracts and agreements that you have created in this lifetime or even past lifetimes, or part of your energy that is pulling in your parents' contracts and all their own stuff, right? Putting in that mix. So in order to, like, the Torus work, however, by itself, it's already very powerful. However, we sabotage ourselves because we look into the triggers that we have in our body created by our memories, and we allow that to hold us back. We allow that to uncreate as we are creating, right? So, for example, let's say you wanted to, achieve a particular, making money in, whatever that goal is for you, right? But then you have memories of seeing, let's say, seeing your mother working very hard, right? And at that point in your past, when you were a child, seeing your mother working very hard, you made an agreement that today, if you make more money, you would be dishonoring your mother, for example, right? So we make the most crazy agreements that, we have to clear for our clients in the Akashic Records, but let's say that's yours, right? So you're going to activate your Taurus and you're going to start working, but it's going to get to a point where you're going to notice that you're going to self-sabotage yourself. So that's why, when we work with the Taurus, we first clear, that set of memories. There are the triggers from that sets of memories that are, clouding your deserving for that you desire, right? So that's where the support from the Akashic Records can come very powerfully, is by giving you freedom, by giving you the opportunity to have a different perspective today than you had when you made that agreement, that you had when you lived that memory. And most of us will make one singular interpretation where it was just our vision for where we were, when we are in a little box of whatever box was it at that time, right? So it's very important to, even before you work, in activating the Taurus of your heart, is for you to, look at what it needs to be clear, what it needs to be forgiven. Is that, is there working forgiveness towards myself? Is there working forgiveness towards others, right? There are many different techniques for forgiveness. I love working with the Ho'oponopono. For me, is one is the easiest and most simple one, and it energetically start clearing for everyone involved. So when we're going to get together tomorrow, for those of you that want to join us for the healing session, we're going to work together in these 3 stages. First, we're going to clear what is holding you back from that you desire. And then we're going to activate the Taurus in your heart, right? We're going to tune into your desire. We're going to activate the Taurus of your heart to emanate that vibration. And the most important thing, then our step number 3, is to let it go. Let it go. Because, as soon as you put an energy out in the universe that wanted to create something, and as soon as you you keep looking at your bank account to see if the money show up, you keep looking at your garage to see if the car just poof there, you are uncreating, right? And you're sending this mixed signal to the universe. You're simply saying you don't trust, right? And your job here is to As you clear your heart, you create space, you activate the Torus of your heart, you surrender and you let it go, and you just connect to the energy that it is done. I love saying this word, it is done. You put it out there, it's going to come back to you in the right time, space, sequence. But this piece of detachment, it's very, very important. Most important one. So I'm going to repeat. First of all, clear the triggers in your body that are holding you back from being open to give yourself permission to actually receive that you desire. One thing is if you think you want something with your mind, another thing is give yourself permission to actually be open to receive that. And then the second thing is to activate the Taurus in your heart and then work on letting it go. So let me go through the channels here. If you are, I'm going through Instagram, Facebook, and hello guys, good to see you. I'm gonna see if there is questions here. Hello, so good to see you here. I don't see any questions. You guys are good. All right, I'm going to here. Oh, where is it? There you go. The YouTube. Good. That was my clone. All right, so I don't see any questions. So if you wanted to tune in to the energy of the Taurus, just look at what I shared on Monday. That video is there. We kind of, I shared up here so you can actually, it's breathe in. Those sacred crystal codes, they're very, very powerful. All we need to do is to breathe in that vibration, open up your space, and receive. And the crystals and the sacred crystal codes naturally going to start sending you the vibration, the energy that you need at this time. And of course, those of you that want to work together with us tomorrow, here down, if you're in YouTube, down here, up here, we have an invitation for if those of you want to sign up and participate in a live healing session. That is a session that happens inside our membership for our clients, and we are open up if you want to just join in tomorrow and check it out and try it out and see what comes up for you. Tomorrow we're gonna work in clearing those triggers in your body through an Akashic Clearing, and we're gonna call in the Taurus and tune into your desires and activate the Taurus. It's gonna be very powerful. Cannot wait. I love to see the names that came in. We already open up. We send an email on Monday. A lot of you already join us. So I cannot wait to see you live. Hopefully you can be live. If you cannot be live, it's okay. Although I love when you come live so we can talk at the end and I can support you. But the replay is also available when you join in case you cannot make it live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific. Last thing before I go, this Tuesday, we send an email that we are making a very special offer for those of you, if you want to check in our Etsy. We are offering this beautiful Ocean Jade bracelet for 25% off until Sunday. And this Sunday, I'm going to record a session that is going to be an Akashic Records download of the archetype of joy, which is that's what this stone holds for you. And you get to not only wear this beautiful piece, but also activate the vibration from this crystal and bringing in the archetype of joy. So going to be very fun, very excited for what is coming up already for those of you that I'm creating. And this is what I had for you today. Feel free to share this video, tag a few friends, and what happens is we are rolling if you are on Facebook though, if you are on Facebook, you are rolling the top fan, and every month we're going to get a drawing. We're going to do a drawing for everyone that is a top fan, and you may win lots of fun prizes. So that's a way for me to thank you for supporting us by sharing this video and by tagging people that could benefit from what we bring here. So I love you, and I'm looking forward to see you next week. Bye-bye. I got to close all these videos now. I got 3 places to go. Bye, guys. You're so welcome. I think I have YouTube on somewhere. There you go. All these channels. That's not it. That's weird. I can't find. I think it's the YouTube video that is on still. And that's what happened when you have all these open channels. Oh, there it is. I found it. Bye, guys. Have a beautiful week. I will see you next week. Lots more fun and new things coming up for you. Bye-bye.